Hey brother, welcome back to the channel. So glad you're here. Today we're talking about some crazy shit. Let's get into it. Whoa! See ya.
I'm paragliding! See ya!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ari in the Air, I'm a professional paragliding pilot and philosopher. Today I want to tell a little bit of a story here. This crazy thing that I did when I was in Italy a couple years ago. We did a paragliding, I don't know, tandem paraglider, cutaway, base jump, skydive thing. So this was part of a project I did for my old sponsor, Keen Footwear. We're still friends, but sponsorships in COVID have kind of dried up, as you can imagine. So if you like this channel, please consider donating. That's paypal.me/AriInTheAir. The donations are helping make this whole thing go around. So if you like this content, I really appreciate your support. So what I'll do here is I will just show you the excerpt. I'll show you the part of the film that I made. I'll give you a link somewhere to the full film, and I'll give you the, let's just watch this segment from the film that I made about this little stunt, and then we'll come back and we'll kind of go deep on what exactly, you know, some details and some behind the scenes stuff, okay? So here you go, enjoy. This is Gabe. He's an American base jumper living in Italy. He jumps barefooted. He says that it makes him cautious, knowing that crashing isn't an option. He's known around here for his wild parachute stunts, and today I've convinced him to let me come along for one, even though I might be a bit out of my league.
Oh yeah, and the only condition to doing this free of charge is you guys have to go barefoot. Because shoes are dangerous and we don't fly with shoes here.
We should talk about that speculation, because obviously I'm out here sponsored and filming for a shoe company.
Oh shit. We'll get some Sharpies and we'll draw Keen on your feet. Come on, that'll even make it better.
I am super scared. But it's over water, right? What could possibly go wrong?
Sometimes my search for experience leads me into scary, silly, unfamiliar territory.
We're gonna do a tandem, cutaway, skydive, base jump rig thing. Let's go. Let's get it over with already.
But it makes sense that searching for the sweetest fruit would lead you onto a limb.
All right, let's do this.
Ready, 3, 2, 1. That was so sick! Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Okay, so yes, that is a guy that I just happened to meet there in Lake Garda. He's an American. His name's Gabe. You should check him out on Instagram. That's Party Till Impact. He does all kinds of crazy things, like taking a samurai sword and cutting the risers on his 8-meter speed wing over the lake, all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, he's a character. But let's see. There's a couple funny things that happened on this. One was that on our launch here, you can listen to the real audio here as Gabe treats me like I'm just some normal tandem passenger, but he's also kind of mad at me and he's saying, "No, stop, run faster, run faster, run faster." And the whole time the tandem is trying to pick me up, and so I actually don't have any, like my feet are just swimming in the air. I just like I can't run.
Skybeam looks clear. Let's go.
Nope.
It's picking me up. It's picking me up.
Face forwards. It's okay, you can decide now.
Because what's happening, the rig, essentially I took my pants off and I put on a climbing harness. And then put my pants on over the climbing harness. And this is so that all the loops that are on the climbing harness are totally hidden. Because if you reach through a climbing loop and pull your parachute and throw it, you essentially die. Yeah, that doesn't work. So you're
Style points? Are we going for style points?
Yeah,
We are, right?
Look cool, fly fast.
really want there to be no loops, nothing for your parachute to tangle on, that kind of thing. So I have a climbing harness that's under my pants, and then pants on, and then the base rig over the top of that. How I'm attached to the paraglider is I basically have two bridles that go down from the carabiners, and they connect at the gear loop, or at the belay loop on the harness, and I have two 3-ring cutaways that are connected with just one piece of yellow cord. And as I go into free fall, you can see that I'm holding on to that yellow cord because I don't want to lose it, because I don't want to litter it in the lake. Essentially, Gabe, he has a different cutaway system because he's directly into the paraglider from each of his loops. So he has two cutaways, and he actually screwed the whole thing up. The intent was for us to do what's called a horny gorilla, where you face each other, you lock your legs, and then when you jump out of the plane or the whatever, you go into free fall and you can look at each other, and typically you bang on your chest like you're a gorilla. It's kind of a funny joke, and then you let go and pull your parachute. But Gabe, with his elaborate little double cutaways, what he had was he used a piece of string to connect the cutaway cord, the yellow cord that goes through the 3 rings. He connected it to his rig so that when he cut away, he could just let go and have his hands free and do whatever he wants, right? Well, the problem was that one of them was not either long enough or oriented properly, so that when he went to cut away, 3, 2, 1, we both cut away at the same time.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, see.
Only one of them clears the 3 ring. That's why I fall away from the tandem. Gabe is there stuck, hanging off of one of his rings onto one riser of the tandem. The tandem immediately, the one side collapses because it has nothing on the riser. The other one starts flying and the thing starts spiraling. Gabe is experienced and cool as a cucumber, doesn't care at all. And so he just reaches up and just grabs a hold of the thing a little bit better and pulls it, right? So it's really no harm, no foul on that. But in general, we kind of like wanted to do the horny gorilla, and so Gabe kind of blew that. But I did a little backflip off of his legs and then just got stable right away. In the video, I definitely shortened my free fall because here's the thing uncut.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, see.
Cut away, and I actually take like a 12.5 second delay. Like I'm fully skydiving towards the lake. It's so rad. And then the opening was actually nice and soft. Gabe had packed that parachute for me. My experience in packing parachutes is pretty minimal, and so we had Gabe do that one. When you open a base rig after flying acrobatics on a paraglider, it is just like the easiest, dumbest, most simple, foolproof ram air canopy you've ever flown. It's so easy. To come from a paraglider to a base rig is just crazy easy. So landing is super mellow, perfect. Gabe got on the ground before me because I pulled my parachute and Gabe just continued to free fall and just let himself free fall way down to the water. He's an experienced base jumper, so I was playing a bit safer than Gabe typically does.
When I pulled the blue thing, it was at the wrong point. I was hanging on by that one.
Fuck. And I went belly down and looked back up. I'm like, is he all right?
I'd always really wanted to do something like this, to like exit a paraglider with a base rig or a skydive rig. And it was just kind of the universe serendipitously bringing that to me, because I got to Lake Garda and I started meeting the locals, and they were like, oh, you're kind of crazy guy, like you got to meet this other American crazy guy. And so Gabe and I connected, and yeah, this was a really fun thing. And I was scared. Like in the video, you can see a couple times where I just like tell the camera how scared I am. And in general, I was pretty nervous.
Let's go. Let's get it over with already.
But also quite confident that what we were doing had pretty big margins. We were over water. One of the spookier things is to fly on a 3-ring system, and I don't really like that. It's one of the main reasons I don't really like flying the acro base harnesses. And so I insisted that we back up the 3-ring systems with just a piece of webbing and carabiners. So while we were flying over the land, getting out onto the lake, I was actually had a redundant system, so I wasn't just on the 3 rings. And then before we cut away, I took the carabiners off and hung them up so they were out of the way. What's really cool about Lake Garda is that there is this guy, his name is Michael. He owns the rescue boat and is like the best rescuer on the planet for boat rescue. He's really, really experienced because he's been scooping people out of Lake Garda forever. And to let your glider go in the water only costs 10 euros. So, Michael goes out and gets the Tandem, and it was only 10 euros for our little stunt there. It was super rad. I would totally do it again in a heartbeat. And even with Crazy Gabe. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Maybe this is entertaining. Maybe you're looking to do something crazy like this. If you are, I would just tell you not to. And if you are gonna do it, then do it over water. And at a place like Lake Garda, where they're ready to scoop you up out of said water. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing and donating. That's paypal.me/airintheair. Really appreciate all the people that have been subscribing and donating. The views are way up lately on the philosophy of paragliding. I'm so glad you guys like that. I like it too. So we'll see you on the next episode.